And it was at that moment I realized it was not a stranger. It was someone that I had class with and had a very exciting discussion. All this just come to my mind, except one thing, his name. So I was only able to make this, sorry, I was only able to make this very embarrassing thing, hi, which I feel is quite ugly for my response. But overall, this experiment has, I learned a lot from this experiment. And it basically every time when I show respect to someone, I feel more connected to the people around me. And I feel it is always a very good way to initiate a conversation or building connections around the people. In this world, in this very busy world, that everybody is just busy with their own work, it is so easy for us to ignore this simple effect for respect and only show respect with an intention that we try to achieve something. But now I began to realize that this respect without an intention may be the key to make ourselves a better human being, to make ourselves more connected, and perhaps making this society a better place to live. So thank you very much.
Thank you. 4:30. Stay in the power stance. The batter.
Stand too close, right?
You stand too close.
Sorry.
You love to put your hands together and steeple.
Yeah.
So let's work on that. You'll see it tonight. I apologize. The battery went dead, so I put a new battery in. So you're going to be in 2 segments tonight. Okay. So we lost a little of your speech, but I thought it was better than losing it all. Let's hear from somebody that thought they liked something they just heard. That would be you.
Hello, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
I really liked your speech. It was very clear to follow, and yeah, you were pretty concise.
Claire. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Alec.
Hi, Alec.
And the biggest thing was, yeah, all the hand clasping and then like a lot of like kind of inorganic movements that seemed a little mechanical and like involuntary.
Yeah. Like your speech, you should. Would like to talk about some things you can do to improve. Let's see you walk first, purposefully, just 3 times. Stand the first. Let me tell you about the good. Now let me tell you about the bad. Stop. Go back. What did I tell you do? When you're going left, what foot do you lead with?
Go left and from the left.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You led with your right.
Twisted,
You
yeah.
crossed. It was very awkward. Okay, go back. Try it again. Yeah. Go back over there. Okay, now 5 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work them now. Look at them. Undo your hands.
Yeah.
And 3 steps back to center. 1, 2, 3. Now, stop. Don't move. Don't move. I told you to stay in the green box. Look where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You were all over the place, and how did you put it? Random movements?
Inorganic.
Inorganic movement. I like that phrase. That was good. Yeah. So you shared with us that as a professional engineer, you're training yourself to be under your arms. Let's let them be by your side. To be practical and to work as efficiently as possible, almost like a machine. But you're not a machine, you're a human being, right? Right, okay. So you told us that you were going to share the results of the good, the bad, the ugly, and how it worked. You said silently in your heart, I respect you. Stand still. Okay, just work on that. Do you know, have you ever heard of the a discipline called Tai Chi. Do you know that?
Sorry, don't.
You don't know that, right? Tai Chi, it's a dance where people move very slowly. You sometimes see people out early in the morning doing this, no?
Oh, Tai Chi, yeah.
Tai Chi, yes.
I know that. I just need a machine to translate
Yeah.
it to Chinese.
Okay, good, yeah. Well, I would recommend you practice Tai Chi because your body, you need to develop a good sense between your mind and your body. You don't know what your body is doing all the time. Your hands are doing this. You're walking all the time everywhere. You're not connected to your body, and Tai Chi will reconnect you with your body. Okay.
All right.
So the good. Yes. That was a good story, and that was well done. The bad, the girl in the elevator, yes, that was, as I told you, elevators have special rules. You have to be careful in elevators, yeah. And on the ugly where you forgot the fellow's name, yeah, sometimes you can just fake it, you know, or you can just say, your name slipped my mind, or how you doing, and you don't bring up their name. But you don't have to say, oh, I forgot your name, you know, and, make a big issue of it, right? Yeah. So, what you learned, I thought was well spoken, and your conclusion and tie back was fine. So you did a good job, but just watch yourself tonight on YouTube and watch, the way you move. Okay, so next time, let's set one of your goals for yourself to be a little less in the movement department, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Okay. We have time for maybe one or two more. We're done for the day. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. She's texting. Bad girl. Bad evil phone away. What could be so important in this class? Malia stands before you, managing attention, communicating respect, finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi, I'm Malia.
Hi, Malia.
So a little background on me. I went to private Catholic school my entire life, up until UCLA. And every year in religion class, they taught us the golden rule. Treat others how you'd want to be treated. What I learned through this experiment is that that's not always the case with nonverbal respect. I had some good experiences, some bad, and one ugly that really was not the best. I was actually treated with disrespect. So the good is actually my first experience. Right after class on Tuesday, I went to a coffee shop and I thought, okay, great time to try out my nonverbal respect. I walk up to the cashier, I greet her with a friendly smile and say, hi, how are you today? And say it genuinely, not just to say it for the sake of saying it. So again, she smiled, she looked me in the eye, so I thought, this is great. So we exchanged some pleasantries, and then I give her my order, and then say again, thank you so much, have a great day. And again, she smiled back and responded. So I felt this was great, but like I said, this was my best experience throughout this whole thing. And I definitely did have some bad, which happened that night. My roommate wanted to go to a rush event for a business fraternity. So I said, okay, I'll come along. Maybe I'll find something really cool to do on campus. And if not, maybe I can just get some free food. So we went, and the whole night was structured that you were talking to actives, who were the people you were trying to impress, and trying to just give a good idea of who you are as a person. But what I learned here is that while the actives acknowledged my nonverbal respect by looking them in the eye and listening to what they were saying, that this was not always the case with the other pledges. Because these people saw me as competition. So when I tried to look at them while they were talking, or like give an intentful nod to show that I was listening, I think they thought I was trying to intimidate them, or that I was trying to like hurry them up so I could talk next, or that I was just being fake, or I don't know. I just know most of the time that I did not get a pleasant response. Many times just people looked in the other direction, looked anywhere but where I was, and just tried to ignore me. So this was bad. Most of the time I was ignored by all the other pledges, but I get it. They saw me as competition in this sense, so they were more focused on what their goal was than what I was trying to do to them. However, Wednesday night at another Rush event was my ugly experience. Here my nonverbal respect was dismissed, but it was also, I was treated with disrespect. We were in small groups and we had to come up with an invention, and like a Shark Tank type invention, and pitch it. So in my small group, I was stuck with these people for about 30 minutes, so I thought, okay, great place to try out nonverbal respect again. However, this was not what I was expecting at all. Is whenever someone in my group was talking, I would try to look at them and try to look them in the eye and really listen and give feedback to what they were saying. And when I was talking, I would try to look at everyone at least once to not exclude anyone. However, the disrespect I was treated with was that people would talk over me, interrupt me, dismiss ideas of me and other people. So I was just basically ignored in this whole scenario. And it really shocked me because we were working in a group. We were trying to accomplish something together. We were trying to work towards a common goal. And though, again, it was slightly competitive, every group was competing for a coveted interview, that the fact that I was treated with disrespect in this was really shocking to me. And overall, this whole experience made me realize that I loved when I was treated back with nonverbal respect, and I didn't love when I was not treated with respect. And I think that's true for everyone. But like the golden rule taught me all those years ago, I want to treat others more with nonverbal respect in hopes that in the future it might rub off on other people and that I will be treated with nonverbal respect back. Thank you.
Thank you. 311. Okay, we're somewhere over here. Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
I thought your delivery was really, really strong in this speech. I really liked it. You did the movement, and I thought that was good. You seemed really natural. You had nice hand gestures. Yeah, I thought it was really strong.
Improvement.
Hi, my name is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Well, I really liked your speech. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
She was perfect.
Perfect. Well, the movements, I don't know, I just felt like maybe they weren't necessary.
Organic.
Yeah, or that too, yeah, I just felt like, like it was
Well, that's fine,
script.
that's right. That's good. Okay, we'll talk about that. Thank you. Malia, yes. Liked your speech. There's a lot I liked about it. I liked your fluency. I first want to ask you, what is a paragraph?
I did not use that.
What?
I just was worried about spacing, so I kind of just jumped with everything.
What? What is a paragraph?
Like a natural break and like a...
Yeah, a single idea, right? Mm-hmm. So you have an introduction, that might be a paragraph, and then thesis preview might be a paragraph, and then the good might be a paragraph, the bad is a separate paragraph, and then the ugly is a paragraph, and then what I learned is a paragraph. And those make things for the reader easier to follow rather than James Joycean stream of consciousness, one long paragraph where nothing stands out, see? And it helps you too, because, for example, when you do the introductory speech, I want you to include the 7-part outline, the Roman numerals in there, so that will naturally help you have 7 paragraphs at least, okay? Yeah. Okay, so enough said. You opened with your attempt to do the experiment, and you told us there was going to be the good, the bad, the ugly, so you gave us a good preview. You had a good experience, and you were pleased with that, so that went well. And then you got involved in a co-ed entrepreneurship fraternity. You know, it's a long mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And their event, and apparently it didn't go so swimmingly. No. So I don't know why or what went wrong exactly, but you did report, despite your efforts to be respectful, it wasn't reciprocated in any shape, way, or form. In fact, you received disrespect. And so I'm sorry about that. It shouldn't have happened, but I hope it doesn't discourage you from continuing to practice and say the mantra and trying to do this. I want to talk about your walking, because I want everyone to hear this. We want to walk on the natural pattern of our organization. So first, let me tell you about the good. That's when you would walk to the right. So say that. First speak as you are. Good. Now let me tell you about the bad. Say that as you walk 5 steps to the left.
Now I'm going to tell you about the bad experience I
3,
had.
4, 5. And now let me tell you about the ugly. 3 back to the 1, 2. No, don't
Nope.
don't back step like that. 1, 2, 3. Good. It makes more sense to move on your pattern of organization, and it accents it, see?
Got it.
The good, the bad, the ugly. See? Because you were walking in the middle of a paragraph, in the middle of an idea, and go, ooh, ooh, right?
Okay.
And that's why we thought it was a little inorganic. And then the other thing is I'd like to see you work on some vocal variety with making your narrative stand out. And so you say, so good, but besides the good, let me tell you about the bad. Besides the good and the bad, I'll tell you about the ugly. And then, what did I learn? I learned 3 things. Whoop, and I'm done. Thank you for a good job, Aaliyah. Okay, do we have time for one more? Let me see. No. Well, maybe. No, my 2 o'clock class complains that I get there late. So we're going to have to break a little early. So where do we meet? And bring your work and papers, because the second hour of the library time we will continue. Speech is there in the library. So if you don't have if you've done your respect speech, get ready to do your intro speech. Return with honor. Yeah.
Do you need us to do it in the same way we did this one, as in like an essay format, or do you just want us to fill it out and then go?
The question was about the introductory speech, right?
Yeah. For the
Okay, yeah. I want you to fill it out, and then I want you to type it into 2 pages so that it looks real nice, and that'll help you learn it. And I want you not to put it in paragraphs. I do want you to have paragraphs with Roman numerals. I want it to be an outline, not an essay. That will help you speak it and say it more effectively. Okay? Yeah, just like that.
So do one introduction.
Yeah, and have those words in your outline.
And then at the bottom, what is speech goals?
Speech goals are things you want to work on. Like I told this fellow over here, this fellow here, to work on his body movement. Work on your body movement, work on your voice, things I told you to work on.
What is introductory speech? What is based on this, or what is the?
You have a study ready?
I do.
So you introduce your study. Tell us about your study.
What are your partners?
3 stories about the past.
Are you new to this?
Okay.
I don't have a study.
Hey.
People drop, so like, okay.
So you two want to be study buddies?
Yeah, which one would work? Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And can you put her on the clue train about the class and the respect?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just going to
Do
ask
you
you
have
if I missed some opportunity.
Okay, do you have the syllabus? Let me give you that. And, here's this. Did you get this today?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I just enrolled yesterday as well.
Can you sign, are you on this?
No.
I signed that.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I signed it.
Did you have a question?
I enrolled in the class yesterday. I'm one of the spiders here. I didn't get that last week. I enrolled in the class yesterday. This is my first day. I signed that earlier, but I didn't get this last week.
Sign this?
Yeah. This is the speeches everybody was doing today. This is the assignment everybody did.
You're whispering, either that or I'm deaf.
Is this the assignment everybody was doing today on the speeches?
Respect, yeah. I've got to get the front. I've got to get the front. Could you tell them about the respect assignment and how to do it?
Alright, so